Hello guys, welcome to the tutorial of Ajax, and today we'll be seeing how Ajax work in theoretical way and what exactly happens on the coding side. So let's get started. So Ajax basically stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It's a technique for creating better, faster and more interactive web applications with the help of XML, HTML, CSS and JavaScripts and all other kind of web stuff. So uh, what exactly makes Ajax? So the very core part of Ajax is XML HTTP request. It's kind of the key to Ajax. XHR or XML HTTP request is an API that can be used by JavaScript, JScript, VBScript, or any other kind of web browsing scripting languages to transfer and manipulate XML data to and from a web server using HTTP. Now, the good part about XHR is that it establishes an independent connection channel between the web page client side and the server side, which means while the page is still loaded on your browser, that page itself can send a asynchronous request back to the server without reloading the page and get back the response and show it on the page. So what happens is there you don't have to reload the complete page; everything still remains the same, and with it itself we can send some requests and get some response back on the page. So it's kind of a dynamic HTML stuff. So now XML HTTP request can be used to fetch data in like many formats, three major of them being XML, JSON and plain text. In this tutorial we are going to basically focus upon the plain text part. So what are the methods listed in XML HTTP request which can be used in order to send the request and get the response? So the common ones being here the open method, which which actually opens the request to the server, and it requires a method. What kind of method we are using? We are using a method, post method, or put or delete, and those kind of stuff. The URL is actually the URL of the servlet or the controller or anything in the backend to which you want to send the request and get the response from. Now there is a third parameter here. It's optional in some cases, but this is the Boolean parameter. It defines if you want the request to be asynchronous or not. If you want to be asynchronous, nothing on the page will be blocked. If you want it to be synchronous, any other activity uh, which comes after this call will be blocked until and unless this request has completed. So because as this is an asynchronous JavaScript and XML, it is referred to let it be true itself. Now there are certain properties in XML HTTP request, so which makes the asynchronous call. The first one and the very important one being on ready state change. So this is nothing but an event handler. So what it does is that whenever the ready state, which is right over here, these are the ready states here. So whenever one of these ready state value changes, this event handler invokes a function, and the function which we are going to write, we call it the callback function. So whenever there is a change in the ready state, this function is invoked, and we will test when the state is 4, the state of the ready state is 4. We have to do certain things. That is, what does 4 mean is that the request we sent from our Ajax call to the servlet has been completed and we have got the response. So after that only, in our already state change method, we will check if the ready state is 4. That means we are good to go, and we will pull out the output from the servlet or from the controller and show it on the screen. And how we are going to do that? That we will do with the help of this response text right over here, the third property. This property contains the response from the servlet or from the server in the backend part. So we'll extract the response from this response text variable or property and then show it on the screen. The fourth parameter here, or the fourth property sorry here, is the status. Status is nothing like the common HTTP status, like you have seen when something went wrong with the server, and you are trying to access the website, you get a 500 error or 404 error and all those kind of stuff. So these are the status of HTTP. Whenever the request is successful, the connection is established with the server, and the server has sent you back a response. The status is always 200. So that is when we make sure okay, the state is 200 and the ready state is 4, that everything has went smoothly fine and we can get the response from this. So that was for the theoretical part, guys. Let's see how this works.